You step off the plane and it hits you like a wave, spice in the air, golden dust in the wind, and the distant echo of a call to prayer. Morocco doesn't greet you, it seduces you. On one street, a snake charmer sways under the shadow of a crumbling minaret. On the next, a sleek young couple in Zara jackets sip lattes on a rooftop lounge with free Wi-Fi and a view of the Atlas Mountains. This country plays by its own rules. It's Islamic, African, Arab, Berber, French, and yet none of those quite explain it. Morocco is its own flavor, bold, strange, and unforgettable. And here's the surprise, you can live in this mystery for about $550 a month. Rent in smaller cities like Agadir or Ouarzazate can be as low as $150. A steaming glass of mint tea costs 50 cents, fresh baked bread, 10 cents. It's not just affordable, it's rich with texture, with life, with stories. Romance here isn't loud, it's quiet, hidden in glances, lingering smiles, poetic compliments. You won't find Tinder hookups, you'll find something deeper, older, slower. Morocco isn't a place you see. It's a place you feel in the alleyways, in the warm bread, in the eyes of people who carry both history and hunger for the future. 1. Between two worlds, geography and politics of Morocco. Geographically, Morocco is where Africa kisses Europe. Just 13 kilometers from Spain across the Strait of Gibraltar. Culturally and politically, it's a tightrope walker between tradition and modernity. To the east, it borders Algeria, though that border has been closed for years due to political tensions. To the south, the vast, disputed territory of Western Sahara, a sandy battleground of identity and autonomy. And to the west, Morocco stretches along the Atlantic, with endless coastline and a gateway to trade and tourism. The country is ruled by a constitutional monarchy. King Mohammed VI is both revered and quietly feared, known for reform, modernization, and occasional harsh crackdowns. There's democracy here, but only up to a point. Still, compared to its neighbors, Morocco is stable, peaceful, and surprisingly organized. French influence still lingers. Government signs, legal documents, and many schools operate in French. But walk through a market and you'll hear a melody of languages: Moroccan Arabic, Darija, Berber dialects, French, and more recently, English. Morocco is exotic, yes, but it's not chaotic. It's orderly in its own way, a place where Islamic prayer coexists with Starbucks, where donkeys share roads with Mercedes. 2. The layers of identity, culture, religion, and history. Morocco is one of the oldest continuously inhabited countries on Earth, and it shows. Long before Islam arrived, the Berbers were here, carving out villages in the Atlas Mountains and building desert cities out of clay. Then came Arab invaders in the 7th century, blending bloodlines, language, and religion. Centuries later, Muslims fleeing Catholic Spain brought Andalusian art, gardens, and architecture. Then came the French with their cafes, baguettes, and bureaucracy. What's left is a cultural stew: Berber women in rainbow scarves selling silver, jewelry beside teenagers vaping in Nike hoodies. Ancient mosques sit next to French-style bakeries. The call to prayer rings out above EDM music in rooftop lounges. Islam here is devout, but moderate. Most Moroccans pray, fast during Ramadan, and take religion seriously, but it's woven gently into daily life. You'll see women in hijabs riding scooters, joking with friends. You'll see men step aside to pray, then rejoin their table at a cafe. And everywhere tradition. Handmade carpets, brass lanterns, hammams. Leather tanneries with 1,000-year-old techniques. Even in modern condos, you'll find Berber symbols carved into furniture. Morocco's not just old, it's layered. Every alley feels like a time warp, every custom has a story. You're not just visiting a country, you're stepping into a living museum. 3. Desert roses, the beauty and mystery of Moroccan women. Moroccan women don't reveal everything at once, and that's the point. There's a mystique here, the kind that turns a quiet glance into a slow burn. The kind of beauty that doesn't Shout, it whispers. In the cities, you'll see women walking with confidence, almond eyes lined in kohl, long dark hair flowing or tucked neatly under silk hijabs. They move between tradition and modernity with ease. Some are lawyers, some run small shops, some study engineering while quoting Arabic poetry on Instagram. In Rabat or Casablanca, women are educated, ambitious, and plugged into the global world, yet they still carry themselves with a softness Western culture seems to have forgotten. In smaller towns and villages, women are more reserved. You'll see them in jalabas, often walking in groups, shy to speak to foreign men. Here, family honor still shapes daily behavior. Dating is taboo, but not extinct. Young Moroccans are rewriting romance through WhatsApp, rooftop meetings, and coded glances across cafes. Marriage is still sacred, but not urgent. Many women wait, choose, push for partnership, not control. And inside the home, women are often the backbone. They run the meals, the money, the rhythm of the household. They're elegant without excess, modest, but not meek. Foreign men, you may be curious. Just remember, this isn't a country of flings. It's a place where love still means patience, poetry, and deep roots. To connect here, you must listen first and move slowly. For life in the Medinas, cleanliness, rhythm, and daily life. Wake up in a Moroccan city, and the world greets you with scent and sound. Warm bread, black coffee. The earthy scent of cumin and clay from a rooftop. You'll hear the call to prayer winding through the air, followed by the buzz of mopeds, barking vendors, and the soft sweep of brooms on tile. Kids in uniforms walk to school with backpacks twice their size. Men open their shops, lay out rugs, sweep dust from the doorway. The old city, the Medina, wakes like it has for centuries. Cleanliness here is cultural. Shoes come off at the door, hands are washed before meals. Cologne is worn daily, not as luxury, but as pride. The streets may be chaotic, but you'll rarely meet a Moroccan who doesn't present himself well. Even street vendors wear polished shoes and crisp shirts. Inside homes, you'll find ceramic courtyards, fountains, and carved wood. Inside the hammams, Morocco's steam-filled public bathhouses, generations scrub away the weak in tiled chambers that feel like temples. Family matters. Meals are shared, stories traded, hospitality extended like ritual. You're never a stranger long. There's rhythm in the routine, dignity in the details. Beauty not in grandeur, but in how carefully life is arranged, even in the middle of the dust. 5. Budget living, cost of life. Apartments and foreigners. 260 words. You don't have to be rich to live richly in Morocco. In fact, $550 a month can buy you something the West has long forgotten: peace. Let's break it down. A small studio apartment in Tangier or Fez, around $200. A rooftop Airbnb in the desert town of Merzouga, $15 a night with tea included. A street tagine still bubbling in its clay pot, about $150. A bus ticket across the country, $8. A haircut? Just $5 with a head massage. Even luxuries feel accessible. A full hammam scrub, $2. Fresh squeezed orange juice on a sunny square, 40 cents. A camel ride through golden dunes? Maybe $40 for the full experience, including mint tea at sunset. But it's important to see the whole picture. Moroccan wages are low. Many locals earn between $250 and $400 a month. So when foreigners flash cash or complain loudly, it doesn't go unnoticed. Respect earns welcome, arrogance earns silence. The good news? Moroccans are incredibly warm, especially when you try a few words of Arabic or French. Shukran, thank you goes a long way. Americans, Canadians, Europeans? You get 90 days visa-free, plenty of time to soak in the slow life. Digital nomads are setting up in Essaouira's breezy cafes or Chef Chouin's blue-walled alleys, seeking not nightclubs, but sunlight, spice, and soul. In Morocco, cheap living doesn't feel cheap, it feels full. The kind of life where time stretches, meals matter, and beauty costs nothing. 6. Nights without booze, fun, music, and social. Life in Morocco, the night begins without a beer. Alcohol exists, but rarely defines fun. Most locals don't drink. Public consumption is frowned upon and even illegal outside licensed venues. But that doesn't mean the nights are dull. Cafes buzz until 2 a.m., men sip mint tea and puff hooker. Under swirling neon lights, they talk football, politics, religion, everything and nothing. In the Medina, streets glow with lanterns, street musicians play hand drums, flutes, and violins. Noah trance pulses through alleyways like a heartbeat. And illusion love songs drift from rooftops. In Marrakesh, rooftop lounges serve mocktails. Under the stars in Casablanca, hotel jazz bars and a few expat pubs provide a more Western night out. But most fun here is shared and sober. Family weddings with wild dancing, poetry nights in Arabic and French, storytelling in smoky courtyards. During Ramadan, nightlife flips. After sunset, entire cities come alive. Food stalls open, kids play soccer in the street, families picnic in moonlight. Social life is group-oriented, often male-dominated, but evolving. Young women gather in cafes, couples flirt with careful glances. It's a more poetic kind of nightlife, less hedonism, more humanity. Foreigners who expect booze-soaked bars might be surprised. But if you tune into Morocco's rhythm, you'll find joy not in drinking, but in presence, music, laughter, and late night. Light 7. Boundaries and brotherhood, safety, laws, and social rules. Morocco is safe, but traditional. Violent crime is rare. You can walk alone in most neighborhoods at night, especially in cities like Rabat, Fez, and Essaouira. But like anywhere, watch your wallet in tourist zones. Petty theft happens, though Moroccans are often the first to call it out. The law here is conservative. Public displays of affection? Frowned upon. Homosexuality? Still criminalized. Criticizing. The king not advised. Alcohol? Legal, but restricted to licensed spots. And don't expect to find it in the countryside. Foreigners are expected to dress modestly, especially men. Shirtless on the beach is fine. Shirtless in the street, no. Women. Visitors get attention, sometimes too much, but are also defended by locals when disrespected. Yet beneath the rules is warmth, brotherhood. Strangers will walk you home if you're lost. Shopkeepers will close early to guide you to a better deal. If you're polite, you're protected. Moroccan society is tight-knit. Families are everything. Neighbors are extensions of that family. Honor matters. Respect is courtesy. To thrive here, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to observe. Say salam, wear a shirt, learn a few phrases, show humility. Because once you do, Morocco wraps around you, not as a destination, but as a living code of hospitality. You won't leave Morocco untouched. You'll remember the glow of lanterns at dusk in the Medina, the smell of rosewater in your hands after a hammam, the rustle of palm trees in the silence of the desert, the sound of a flute played at sunset. On a rooftop in Chefchaouen, this is not an easy country. It's layered, messy, alive. You may feel frustrated by the slow pace of bureaucracy, the stairs, the unspoken social codes. You may long for the familiar. And then, without warning, Morocco will offer you a moment so beautiful, so intimate, it feels like a secret shared. A stranger pouring you mint tea, a child waving from a window, a woman singing while baking bread in a clay oven. You'll come for the color, the architecture, the price. But you'll stay, mentally, spiritually, for something harder to name. Maybe it's the pride in old things. Maybe it's the rhythm of daily prayer. Maybe it's the stubborn hope that still lives in dusty alleyways. In Morocco, you don't just travel, you soften, you shift. You see the world yourself through different eyes. So picture this, you alone on a rooftop in Fez. The city humming beneath you, a cat watching from a ledge. The call to prayer floating in the air. That's Morocco, ancient, beautiful, not always easy, but absolutely unforgettable. If this journey through Morocco moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below what surprised you most about Moroccan life. We read every story. Join the adventure.